Since breaking out in Stranger Things Season 1, Millie Bobby Brown has been the go-to example of a homegrown Netflix star. Outside the Godzilla franchise, she's only acted in projects released by the streamer since 2016. Enola Holmes was intended to release theatrically before the pandemic, and one imagines her career would be somewhat different now if it did. When those projects are Netflix's flagship TV show and two fun, sequel-worthy movies, that near-exclusive arrangement looks pretty good. Considering the collaboration is set to continue through at least 2025, everyone involved had better hope Damsel is just an aberration. Damsel is a lifeless experience. The filmmakers have assembled all the constituent parts of an interesting fantasy-adventure film, genre-bending premise, a starry cast, locations with character, and some creative creature design, but the connective tissue is paper-thin. The movie isn't devoid of ideas, but it feels they were taken for granted as all that was required for a satisfying feature, as if production spontaneously started the moment there were enough bullet points on the whiteboard. Damsel suffers from a very thin script, and the rest of the movie never recovers. The problem, first and foremost, is the script. Narratively, Damsel is little more than a premise. It plays with the damsel in distress archetype by making Princess Elodie's, Brown, betrothed, Prince Henry, Nick Robinson, toss her into the dragon's, Shora Agdashlu, lair. His family has only lured her from a far-off kingdom to sacrifice her as part of a centuries-old ritual, and there will be no knight in shining armor coming to rescue her. The movie's dragon intends to kill her. Whether she survives will be up to her. Not bad, as far as premises go. But after several scenes of table setting, filled with awkward-sounding dialogue and characterization so thin that even Angela Bassett and Robin Wright look stranded, the filmmakers trust the rest of their movie to one further layer of information. The first few minutes of Elodie surviving are when Damsel works best. Watching Brown progress through a series of set pieces essentially distracts us from the story. The why of it all is exactly as obvious as it looks, and sitting through the movie as it digs into it for much too long is not a rewarding experience. Overcoming a weak script is always an uphill battle. Action movies can sometimes survive without detailed plotting or richly developed characters, but Damsel is largely missing the tactility required to keep us invested through the stunts alone. Every performer gets at least one chance to seem stilted, or off, or distressingly low energy, a telltale sign that laying blame at the actor's feet might be unfair. But, then again, viewers get little to encourage them to be forgiving of anyone in particular.